Massive institutional whales have bought billions of XRP worth about 3 billion USD or about 1.2 billion XRP in the last 24 hours. This is a huge change. This news comes after Ripple CEO Brad Cullinghouse made a big announcement about how XRP is the only digital asset that can solve a large-scale problem and make a global payment. XRP will officially be worth even more than Bitcoin because of a problem. This is something he's said many times. First, Brad Cullinghouse says the Bitcoin trial is over and XRP is now the answer. He also said, as I show you in this clip, that Brad Cullinghouse is sure XRP will reach the price of Bitcoin, drawing attention to the fact that a huge amount of money, over $654 trillion, 0 cents will start flowing into the XRP ledger. This will cause a huge rise in XRP, which will eventually beat Bitcoin. But this wouldn't be the first time that a Ripple or XRP official talked about a price for XRP. David Schwartz, Ripple's CTO, has said that a price of $1 million, 0 cents per XRP is more likely than a price of $1, 0 cents per XRP. As all of this news comes out, the official price of XRP has been confirmed to be around $10,999, 0 cents, as stated by the CEO of Ripple. He says that XRP will have a market cap of over $640 trillion, 0 cents, which will be more than Bitcoin. To start this video off on a positive note, I want to quickly remind everyone that we are giving away free XRP. It's really very simple and will only take you less than 5 minutes. To get it, just like the video, subscribe to the channel, post alerts, share this video, and then use the link in the description to sign up for Apple and make a purchase. Now, this transaction can be as little as a penny or as much as $10. As long as you sign up using the link in the description and make a transaction, you'll get a huge amount of money, up to $100, that you can use to buy XRP or another cryptocurrency or even cash out. Once more, it takes 5 minutes. I really think you should watch it, so let's start the movie. Even though XRP is only worth $2.23, its real value is in the tens of thousands of dollars. What no one is telling you is that all the money will move into XRP and the price could go over $1 million. David Schwartz, Ripple's CTO, said that $1 million per XRP is more likely than $1 per XRP. The economic boom is now pretty much a sure thing. In other words, Donald Trump, the President of the United States, says that Jeremy Powell, the head of the Federal Reserve, should step down right away. Why does that happen? He does want to lower interest rates, though. When interest rates go down, more money flows into the economy. As a result, prices of everything go through the roof and inflation hits a huge peak. This is great if you want to buy cryptocurrencies like XRP, because their value will go up a lot with inflation and because they can be used for more things. Most importantly, the over 4,000 financial and general institutions that are building on the XRP ledger will make it possible for trillions or even millions of dollars to be transferred. They will do this through a CBDC or by adding other institutions to the ledger. Let's talk about real money. Real money means that each XRP will start at least $10,999, 0 cents, which is a promise. Adding $654 trillion, $390 billion, 0 cents to the XRP ledger as part of RealFi, a payment and real estate option. This is true, it's happening, and we can see it all play out right now. This video was made because of a huge announcement. On July 31, $650 trillion, 0 cents will be introduced, and a big statement will be made about how all this money will be added to the XRP ledger using real tokens. Now, on July 21, RealFi will show off a major step forward in connecting the global real estate market to the XRP system. This is the first part of our multi-phased plan to use blockchain technology and decentralized finance infrastructure to open up the $654.39 trillion global real estate market. RealFi has set July 21 as the date for a big statement. This is really big. We're talking about XRP's instant price, which would be $11,645.78. If all $650 trillion 0 cents was put into the XRP ledger, the real token that will receive all that money and is built on the XRP ledger would instantly be worth $65,000 0 cents if only 1% of that amount was put into its price, which would be $65,439 0 cents USD. This is what we're getting at. Also, right now, a real ticket can be bought for a crazy 2 cents. You can buy a real token for just 2 cents, and its market cap is about to reach $64,000. 0 cents to $65,000, 0 cents in an instant, thanks to 1% of all the money it's going to make. In fact, if you look at the chart for real token, this is a very strong sign. When it first came out, the value of the real token went up by hundreds of thousands of percentage points. I mean, real token was sitting at 0.001, which means it easily did 10x or more. This is what we're talking about. You understand? Actually, real token got one of the best scores when it came to a BenX score of 100% of KYC score, which means that all users are low risk. There are over 1,626 wallets in total, which is very, very strong. This thing is growing really quickly. And the truth is that it's probably going to do 10x again. As I said, I don't know much about money, so don't take my word for it, but I think it will go much higher than 10x. I'm thinking hundreds of thousands of x's here. This is what we're getting at. There should be a lot of backing and not much resistance. The real value of real coin is many thousands of dollars. We're at about $60,000, 0 cents to $65,000, 0 cents per real ticket, and we only have 1% of the $650 trillion 0 cents that will make this possible. Think about 10% of that. The price of a real token has now reached $650,000 0 cents. 2 cents is the value of the coin. It might even reach 6.5 million. This is really, really great. This is why I'm leaving again. Read what other experts and people with a lot of power have to say about real token. They all say the same thing. One personality, Jack Drippler, who has more than 400,000 XRP followers, says that he thinks XRP will fall below $5,172 0 cents. But the real token will go from 2 cents to over $64,500 0 cents, because demand is rising and supply is limited. And yeah, when you get a token like the real token, it's backed by a huge company like RealPi, which is a cash and real estate solution unified by Belong Chain. I mean, it's very clear that this has a lot of promise. For example, if you click on the real token, it will tell you about the real fight environment and how it uses 2 main tokens, XRP and the real token. Now, of course, you can buy real tokens and XRP straight from the website, real token through these exchanges or their widgets. You can also look at XRP at the bottom where it says view XRP exchanges. It's okay, guys, you can get in. That being said, I'm not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice. I'm just looking into it. Also, I did tell you to do your study. This video is all about this. The video is meant to teach. I want to tell you guys to pay attention to these utility-based payment projects because they are going to 10x, 1000x, or even 10,000x or 100,000x. This coming bull run is in banks and payments. You could end this board with a huge 100x if you invest in a token that is still very new, like RealFi / the real token, which is the native token that is being used for things like real estate payments right now. If you invest in products that are still very new but have real use, you could make an easy 100,000x, which is $100,000 0 cents for every dollar you put in. This is the crazy part. After that, it's clear that those guys bought Bitcoin with dollars and it went up to $100,000 0 cents. Everyone became worth a lot of money. They came up with an early idea that works for both the real coin and any other cryptocurrency. You want to get in and find these shiny gems. Please note that I am not playing Clavadis at this time. I am instead researching the subject So I'll leave all the links in the text below so you can check it out. Use payrealfee.com. Their website has everything you need to know